Good morning. We are back at one of the ponds we did in the middle section south of the Five Bogs yesterday, and we are right by this beaver lodge again. And we are basically going to do some exploring in here today. We already did a drone flyover to, that's the first moose track I've seen all, and if the camera will play nice, I will show you. I don't know if the shadow's catching that. That's the first moose track I have seen in here in a while, to be honest with you. So we're going to take a walk over that way. Yes, thanks to the drone, there's a whole other pond system on the other side of that tree line over there. It doesn't look too far away, so we're going to walk, spend some time here real quick before moving on to more of the day's agenda. But since we're here and this is like one of those ponds you can actually walk around the side of without getting all wet, we're going to act on that. It's also nice because with this time of year again, you can see stuff a ways off in case you encounter the unexpected in here, which you're not really near anything right now. So let me just get the right elevation here. So yeah, that's going to be our immediate plan. This doesn't look too bad if I can get around the corner over there. It looks, if it's like this along the edge, and trying to gauge what direction the water's in over there. I want to say off that way, based on what I saw, but I will know that when we get over here. And kind of, I guess we got to go up a little bit at some point, but I kind of like the idea of just working the side of the pond though, because that's probably the easiest. And if we don't hit upon it, actually we can probably just go right around. So we'll do that. And wasn't sure if it was a pond over there or might have been like a river system, but from the look of things, the beavers have been working this area hard because there's a lot of gnawing on a lot of the deadwood out here. And stuff like this all over the place to give some insight into what they've been up to. So from this side, do that. And just walk up into this and then kind of figure out where they're hiding the water system over here. I just want to get higher up so I can get a better view. Ow. Okay, that did not afford me the view I was hoping for. We're gonna walk, might actually be kitty corner to the pond over here, because I'm looking over there and I don't see an opening really. So we're going to walk back down here to the pond water line, because it's at least easier than crunching through this stuff, because I'm not seeing a clear and present path. The side of the pond is actually walkable, so we're going to do that for the principle of work smarter, not harder. So Kind of hard to tell where they kind of angle into one another though, because the drone has it over here perpendicular, or diagonally rather, but the thing is I had other parts of my agenda to do today too, so if this is going to be a major endeavor, I may save it for another day and just share that view right there. Nice ridge line. We're over on the other side opposite the beaver pond, the beaver lodge now. I'm going to check and see if this opening kind of connects by way of like a stream or something, because it looks like it might. Let's see. I'm going to go back up real quick. I just don't want to do a mad brush scramble in here if it's basically just going to not lead anywhere. Have no reward. But if it's way over on the other side of that, and it looks like it is, that's a bit more of a scramble. If you can see that over there. Kind of just a quick up and down there. It's if it's on, and I think it is actually shite. More climbing than I had thought of. I'm going to review the drone footage and put that on the to-do list. Sorry folks, we're going to do that another day. It's actually going to be a first look agenda kind of thing, and we did. I suppose this was do a flyover. Not sure how far that is. Because the distance itself doesn't seem that bad. But unless this opens up right here and I can see it without falling in here. Well, it's not too deep, I guess, but just cold. This is looking precarious. All right. We're going to maybe opt for that. We'll do a flyover. Get a better idea of that. A little repetitive, but I think it's my gear, but I keep hearing a clacking sound. It's me. Yeah, there's moose tracks, and that might be me. Okay, we heading back. We're going to do a flyover just to get an idea what that pond is like. I stopped for a quick moment because I wanted to photograph some interesting tracks. I'm not sure what they are, but I did some size comparison to my own foot kind of tracks so that I can offer them up for speculation on media later. They were through a stretch of mud that I know I did not walk on. This is my first time in here. Beyond that, it didn't have a boot tread, but it is more or less the shape of a human foot, more or less my size, but weren't me because I haven't been here before. I walked into the edge of this tree line once, and that was about it. I just put that out there. We'll see what that brings in the way of opinion, but yeah, we'll see what we get in the way of a response. We're going to use the same launch spot, basically these rocks over here, and put the drone back up. I want to do a quick fly over that stream over there since it's pretty close, and just get bearings on it. So
Okay, we're going to head
we'll be back in a
towards
bit.
The trail out. Nice scenery.
Good use of time here, though. We explored the outer rim of this pond, found some interesting tracks of something, and did a flyover of the nearby pond, which is actually like a pond that flows into a big meadow beyond that, and that's hiking deeper in, but I'd rather do that when people know that I'm out here more so, because that would be you're basically, last time I have stepped off the trail a ways and had a run-in the undergrowth with, I think I mentioned yesterday, a coy wolf. And it happens once, and you become a little more cognizant of the fact that you might be a little more vulnerable out here than you think you are. So it's just a call on my end. It's not so bad in here now because you can see a ways out. In midsummer, though, and the coy wolf thing happened in July, granted, so I mean there was a lot more undergrowth, but it's a haul over there, and I don't know what the nature of the undergrowth is. And I was going to say, I just heard something, I saw this, there goes the squirrel, the offending red squirrel now. So, testimony to something I said yesterday. When you hear crunch crunch in the undergrowth, it can be a squirrel, it can be a chipmunk. Last week proved it can be a garter snake, or it can be a bear, or other, but red squirrels are a little less of a concern than bears, but anyway. We had some good time spent out here, that's good. And we're going to make our way back south, not unlike yesterday, and I'm kind of taking a slight risk that the swampy stuff from yesterday had a little time to dry out, and that seems to have paid off. I didn't just sink right up into my ankle like I did yesterday. That's always delightful. Which means I can just kind of walk out through the open area rather than play with my favorite little grabber bushes more than I need to. But the good time spent here. Without employing the battery I have with me, we're down one drone battery, but I made a call after getting the drone in the air over this pond and having a look around, and having a closer look at that pond is beneficial because that will help me kind of connect where it exactly is in the greater scheme of things on the map later.